A comment can have a reply, that reply can have its own reply, and that one can have a reply too, on with no real limit. Somehow, Facebook has to store all of that in a database. The problem is that a database is built out of flat tables, just rows and columns, like a giant spreadsheet. But a comment thread is shaped like a tree, where one comment branches into children, and those children branch into more children, going as deep as people keep replying. So the whole challenge is fitting an endless tree into something built as a flat list. Then you have to rebuild that tree fast enough that a post with a million comments still opens in a fraction of a second. Picture a popular post from some celebrity, the kind that gets tens of thousands of replies. Someone leaves a comment, you reply to that comment, then a third person replies to your reply. And now you've got a little chain 3 levels deep. On screen, it's obvious which reply belongs under which. Everything is nicely indented. But the database underneath has no idea what indented means. It only knows rows, so the real question is how each of those rows remembers where it sits in the tree. The first idea that comes to mind is to give every comment a column that points at its parent, just the ID of the comment it's replying to. This is called an adjacency list, and it's clean and simple because saving a new reply means writing down one parent ID and you're done. The trouble shows up when you try to read the whole thread back. To show a comment and everything underneath it, the database has to find that comment's children, then find each of those children's children, then go again for the next level down. That's one round trip for every layer of depth. On a deep thread that turns into hundreds or thousands of separate queries just to draw one branch, and the page crawls while the database walks the tree one step at a time. So instead of making the database chase parents at read time, you write down the answer ahead of time. The first way is called a materialized path. Every comment stores its full line of ancestors as a single piece of text, something like 1 slash 5 slash 12. That string says comment 12 lives under 5, which lives under 1, so the comment carries its own position in the tree instead of forcing the database to rediscover it. Now, pulling an entire branch is one quick query because every comment in that branch starts with the same path. Databases are great at finding rows that begin with a given prefix. You trade a little extra writing for a huge win on reading, which is exactly the deal you want when a thread gets read far more often than it gets added to. The other common approach is a closure table, which keeps a second table whose only job is to record relationships. For every comment, it stores a row connecting it to each of its ancestors, all the way up, along with how many levels apart they are. That sounds like a lot of bookkeeping, because adding one deep reply means writing several rows at once. But in return, you can grab any branch, or count how deep a thread goes, or jump straight to direct replies only, all with a single clean query and no chasing. It costs you more on every write and more storage in exchange for being able to slice the tree any way you want instantly. Either way, the real strain shows up the moment that celebrity hits send. Thousands of people pile into the same thread in the same few seconds, all reading it and all replying at once. If every one of those views ran a fresh query, the database would fall over. So the thread gets cached, held ready in fast memory, and the same popular post can be served over and over without touching the database each time. The price of that speed is that the cache can fall out of date, so every new comment has to be patched into it the instant it lands. You also have to decide what order the replies show up in, newest first, or the ones with the most likes floated to the top. And when you fire off your own reply, it has to appear right away, so your comment is shown to you instantly while it quietly saves in the background. That's the whole job hiding behind one tiny reply button. It forced engineers to flatten an endless tree into plain rows and rebuild it in a fraction of a second. Then they had to do that a billion times a day without anyone ever noticing the work underneath. Thanks for watching this one. Drop a comment, nest it as deep as you like, telling me what to break down next.